The best of rock, Ocean 98.
Of rock, Ocean 98.
It is. It's 8 o'clock and joining us right now, John Seda. Good morning, John.
Hey, Bulldog, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great.
All right. John is the founder of Born a Musician. And it's a new website that makes it easier for aspiring musicians to publish their own stuff and sell their stuff. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. Explain it a little bit better than I just did. What is Born?
Well, we have 150 digital stores worldwide. We're an international setup, so we can take customers from all over the world. We're working constantly, daily, to do a mission that we have that we call Enhance a Musical Economy. Basically, we want to turn things around and help artists to make money. So we're anything that we can come up with that will help an artist to make some income. That's what we're all about.
Okay.
And basically, it starts with selling your music. So obviously, if I've never recommended to any artist that they should give away their music for free, which is basically what has happened possibly in the last 10 years, where file sharing became very popular. And I'm a big fan of file sharing, but I believe that there's proper ways to use it. I mean, if you put your whole song up there for free, it's not going to help. No one's going to want to buy it if they can just go to your website and listen to it. So I always recommend that they should only put 30 minutes to a minute. This way, give a little teaser, just like the movie industry does with trailers. And I highly recommend that artists should get a little bit more business savvy, which has always been somewhat of a problem.
What's a normal commission off of? If I were signed with a record label, like, I'm looking here at your pricing and what you're giving half your 1 year startup fee.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like 50% right off the top is a lot.
Yes, because basically the only thing we're going to make money off of is our subscription fees. We're not, we don't take any royalties from the artist, any of the sales. Let's use, for example, iTunes. iTunes, let's just round it off to, it's 99 cents, but let's say it's $1. They take 30%, which is 30 cents, right?
Right.
But a lot of things that people don't know, and I want to make musicians aware of this, that there's a 12% of that goes to the mechanical rights to pay to the songwriters, right? One thing that we have that none of the competitors have, and we're the first to do this, is that we have a royalty system embedded in our wizard, in our sign-up wizard. Which means is that when you go to sign up on our wizard, it asks for the songwriter's name and the lyricist. Well, it could be a songwriter or it could be a composition written between several people. So let's say one guy writes music, Joe, and then Mary writes the lyrics. They can put their name in there, and then that money will be assigned. For many years, people have been putting their music on iTunes to sell, and they have not been receiving the mechanicals because that software was not implemented.
What about like BMI and ASCAP? Aren't those publishers as well?
Well, we're not a publishing company. When you said publish, I thought what you meant was publish the music to put it online. But we're not. We don't do that. We're not a collective society. We're a service that offers musicians to put their music online, and we build websites. We do mastering, and things of that sort.
When you say you do mastering, what do I have to send you to do mastering?
A WAV file, basically. If you have let's say.
And I don't know what the process is of mastering. I'm not a musician, but what does that mean?
Well, audio mastering is like if you go to the studio and you do a mix. I always call mastering the mix of a mix. Basically, you take the final mix down and you run it through compression and EQ, and you do what most people call sweetening, and you bring it up to radio specs, and basically it sounds a little bit louder, a lot more transparent. And it is the professional final product of a record.
Okay, and you just said bringing this thing up to radio specs. So in your site, you want to make musicians sell their original music. Wouldn't getting it to the radio station, I mean, not that we have anything to do with that, but wouldn't getting stuff to a radio station to get it out there still be part of what they do? I'm just not following a little bit here, that's all.
Oh, no. We always would. You always want to recommend, but that's not easy to get music on the radio. I mean, it's always been a process. I mean, there's internet services that offer that type of service to put it up there, but we're not involved with that. We want to be. If you have any suggestions as to how we could do that.
find it independently. There's a couple independent radio stations in the country still.
Right.
One of them is the one you're talking to.
Right.
We are one of the very few independently owned radio stations. We are allowed to play whatever we want.
That's great. Because that's
no rules, man. No rules.
No rules. I like it.
No rules. Let it fly.
There's no rules in music.
We try to promote independent artists as much as we can.
That's great. That's really good. That's really good because that's what that needs to happen. I think that's kind of it's kind of making music a little stagnant right now. I'd like to share something, a little tidbit. I own a recording studio called Rising Sun Music, and that's what inspired me to get involved with this because I work with a lot of young artists, and they're always asking me, how do I get my music out there? How do I get my music, on the radio? If I give it away, I want to become famous, all those kind of things. And I always tell them that fame doesn't bring them money if they give away their product and they perform for free. They have to establish a way to make income, But what's really interesting of today's generation, and I think you might agree with me on this, is that all the kids that come in, I'm talking about ranging, 16 to, let's say, 22, they all listen to Led Zeppelin, they all listen to Jimi Hendrix, and they all listen to Pink Floyd, and a lot of them will tell you this. They'll say, I don't like today's music, and that's always been a shocker to me. And I because when I grew up, I never listened to my mom's music, I just never did. I listened to Steppenwolf, and I listened to Jimi Hendrix and stuff like that, but the kids today are, of course, there's a lot more selection out there of music, but they tend to listen to stuff that's not of their time. And I think part of it is the lack of good songwriting. That's just an opinion, and that's what I hear.
Yeah, that's just an opinion.
Right.
The stuff out there that the kids listen to, I might not listen to, but who am I to say what's good or not?
Right, of course. And that's just an opinion that I hear. And
so I'm a musician. I want to get my stuff out.